Jai Radhe, Jai Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Hare Hare Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana. Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana. Oh Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita. Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Sita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita. Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita. Shri Rupa Shri Sanatam Bhata Raghunatha. Shri Rupa Shri Sanatan Bhatta Raghunatha Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Oh Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunatha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
I took that picture.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Jaya Gauranita, Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita, Jaya Gauranita. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Nitai Gaura Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaura Haribo. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada.
Is it on? Where's Maharaj's microphone?
Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Thank you everybody for being here. We welcome you to Hanumatpresaka Maharaj's Vyasa-puja. We are so very excited that Maharaj is present here in Houston. I think this is the first Vyasa-puja that he is present in Houston. So yes. So we have a lot of please, Maharaj. We have together with our devotee community here attending today, we are very fortunate to have some of Maharaj's disciples that are coming from different parts of the state, and so as they later on do their offerings, we'll let you know where they're all coming from. To start off the program, I'm going to call Srinath Krishna Prabhu. Is he here? He's behind me.
Hare Krishna, thank you everyone for coming. So, as a small offering of love from the disciples, we have a small gift for
So Srinath Krishna Prabhu is too humble, so he's not going to say, but he actually, together with some of the devotees, compiled the Vyasa-puja book for Maharaj.
So, our god brother from Boise, Srinivasacharya Prabhu, wrote the meaning of Vyasa-puja essay for the book this year. So, we'd like to read from the essay to start off the program. The meaning of Vyasa-puja. Vyasa-puja, named after Vyasadeva, is an opportunity for us to meditate on the necessity of accepting a spiritual master, the spiritual master's exalted position, and the mood we need to cultivate to serve him. With such an understanding, the disciple can more deeply immerse himself in the worship of Sri Guru. On the request of Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, Sri Krishna, in his partial expansion, appeared as the son of Parashara to protect the principles of religion. He is known as Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa. The name Vyasa indicates one who divided a single Veda into four. In addition to the Vedas, Vyasadeva gave their essence in the form of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. Lord Krishna is a supreme original spiritual master. However, Vyasadeva is considered the original guru because we receive the knowledge of the Vedas from him. The spiritual master is connected to Vyasadeva through the disciplic succession. Our Parama Guru and founder Acharya of Iskcon, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, says in the Bhagavad Gita 1875 purport, quote, "The spiritual master is the representative of Vyasadeva also. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, on the birthday of the spiritual master, the disciples conduct the ceremony called Vyasa-puja." End of quote. Consequently, we not only honor the spiritual master on Vyasa-puja, but also the entire disciplic succession, including Vyasadeva. In the process of becoming a disciple, the first step is to inquire about the absolute truth. Atatho Brahma Jignasa. One should now inquire about Brahman, or the transcendence. Such an inquisitive person must approach a bona fide spiritual master and learn the science of Krishna consciousness from him through humble inquiry and service. This is the instruction of Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. It is also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.3.21. Tasmad gurum prapadyeta jignasu shreya uttamam shabde parecha nishnatam brahman upashamashrayam. Quote, "Any person who is seriously desirous of achieving real happiness must seek out a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him by initiation. The qualification of a spiritual master is that he must have realized the conclusion of the scriptures by deliberation and arguments and thus be able to convince others of these conclusions. Such great personalities who have taken complete shelter of the Supreme Godhead, leaving aside all material considerations, are to be understood as bona fide spiritual masters. The spiritual master who realized the conclusion of the scriptures spreads the Yuga Dharma, chanting of the holy names of Lord Krishna. He saves the suffering living entities who forgot their constitutional position as the servants of Krishna. The Yuga Dharma was established by Krishna himself, who appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 500 years ago. He desired that the living entities all over the world, in every town and village, chant his holy names. In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, chanting of the holy names is the only practical means of spiritual advancement. Understanding the exalted position of the spiritual master, who is the servant of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is indispensable in the process of spiritual advancement. Since the spiritual master is constantly engaged in the unalloyed service of Sri Krishna, he is very dear to him, and he is considered to be as good as Sri Krishna himself. This instruction is given by Lord Krishna in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.17.27. Acharyam mam vijaniyan navamanyeta karhichit. One should know the Acharya as myself and never disrespect him in any way. Knowing the position of a spiritual master strengthens the eternal relationship between the disciple and the spiritual master. As long as the disciple follows the instructions of his spiritual master, he is never separated from him. For a disciple, attraction to the lotus feet of the spiritual master is the means to attain spiritual perfection. A disciple should have firm faith in the spiritual master and become his menial servant. When there is such a mood, the teachings of Vyasadeva will be revealed to the disciple as confirmed in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad 623. Yasya deve para bhaktir yata deve tata gurau tasyete kahita hyartha prakashante mahatmanaha. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. On the day of the Vyasa-puja, in the mood of love, firm faith, gratitude, and service to the spiritual masters, disciples offer respectful worship, words of appreciation, and various kinds of gifts and prasada to the spiritual master. The spiritual master receives these on behalf of his spiritual master, who in turn passes it through the chain of predecessor acharyas and eventually to Lord Sri Krishna, the original spiritual master. His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami, our eternal spiritual master, is a bona fide representative of Vyasadeva and realized the conclusions of the scriptures. He is very dear to Lord Krishna as he has dedicated his life to him. His Holiness constantly spreads the glories of the holy name and the teachings of his spiritual master, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. On this 72nd appearance day of our spiritual master, let us honor him with all our hearts and pray to Lord Sri Krishna for the strength to serve him by sincerely following his instructions, just as he follows Srila Prabhupada's instructions. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Jai.
Next, we're going to, before we call Shyamasundar Prabhu, we were just talking to Marge the other day, and he was telling us that he started coming to Houston in the early 90s, so almost 30 years since he's been coming to Houston. Right? And Marge knows, like, he was like teaching us and explaining to us all the history of the temple, so we really appreciated that nectar. Shyamasundar Prabhu? Oh, so a few more years.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते हनुमन्प्रसाक स्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते तमोल कृष्ण गोस्वामी इति नामिने नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So on this most auspicious day, even though we have no qualifications to glorify the Mahabhagavat like Hanumatpresaka Maharaj, but at least we should try to glorify today. That's our chance. I know Maharaj for many, many years. As we just discussed that Maharaj came in 1986. Before the old temple, the marble was installed, but the Radha Nilamada was installed. So we have known Maharaj for many, many years. And Maharaj is a very simple. I can say that 10 years ago or 12 years ago, one time I asked Maharaj, what is your next destinations or where you are planning to go? And Maharaj said, Krishna depends. Whenever I got the ticket money, then I'll travel. So Maharaj, very, very detached in all the respect. I think I have deep respect for the Maharaj for the renunciations that Maharaj has exhibited for so many years. What can I say? Maharaj is a personified to teach us how to live our devotional life without having any material entanglement. Maharaj has studied the scripture very deeply and realized, and he can impart that knowledge to anyone who come across his way. And I have seen that so many members even that maybe not have taken a real shelter at the lotus feet of Maharaj, but they have deep affections and respect for Maharaj in our community. And I think on this day we should thank Maharaj that he has been so kind to come to Houston community and give his kind associations. His life is very exemplary, as we have seen that, in the morning Maharaj will wake up at 1:30, no matter where he is traveling, his schedule is fixed. And always you will see, walking around in the temple before you enter for the Mangala Arati. And Maharaj holds so many educational seminars throughout the world and leading those educational efforts within the Iskcon. And a lot of the effort has been put into the Central America, where Maharaj has the university established in the Peru. And also I have seen that the Maharaj is really, whenever he speaks, he will make the people involved in the talk. He never present himself as a really strong guru, that anybody, he is very easily approachable. And simplicity-wise, that if you can see that Maharaj, when he go for the prasadam, he carry the small tin and he just take the dal, rice, whatever sabji it has, he will mix it out in the one bowl and then just honor the prasadam. Maharaj has served Srila Prabhupada so dearly and affectionately. And Maharaj is setting a very good example for all of us to follow, that how we should live our devotional life. As a sannyasi, he has really mastered that art, that he is totally renounced. I cannot say so many things in the detail, but I have seen Maharaj that somebody will even given a large donation to temple, he will always turn to me, that Shamsundar, here is the money. You utilize wherever you want. And it's very hard to see that totally dependent on Krishna. Maharaj is a perfect spiritual master, as it mentioned in the scriptures, that Guru is the one who have deeply realized the truth of the scripture and also able to convince others about the truth and follow those principles so nicely. Not just the Maharaj is a person that he just follow those rules, not just saying it. He put more effort into the following those principles rather than speaking the principles. So we have a deep respect for Maharaj, and we wish that Maharaj will live a long life to give his kind association to all the devotees, and ask Srila Prabhupada to spread Iskcon throughout the world. Thank you very much, Maharaj.
So Hari Leela Prabhu will come up next. And then after Hari Leela Prabhu, we'll have a bhajan, and Aindavi will lead that bhajan. Right? Gurudev.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। So on this very auspicious day of your appearance, Maharaj, I would like to offer my most humble and respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. It is a great mercy from Maharaj that I am such an insignificant soul, but he allows me to serve him. Actually, you all know that Maharaj does not require any service or demand any, but it is kind of we get an opportunity for his divine association. Maharaj has a deep knowledge and wisdom, so we can see that in his preaching, and that's why preaching Krishna consciousness is very effective and very practical also. Maharaj has compassionate for all living entities, and some of the things that it's kind of an essence of it, not the whole list that I'm going to go through, that what I found through my association with Maharaj, we sing Guruvashtakam prayer every morning. So the qualities described in that prayers, Maharaj is the embodiment of all those qualities. And the other thing I found is also Maharaj is exhibiting the qualities which are mentioned in the Upadesamrita, like first verse, Vacho Vegam Manasa Krodha Vegam. I won't go the explanation of the verse, most of you know about it. But that gives the quality for a spirit, the one who possesses those qualities can preach all over the world and become a spiritual master. So it is very, and not only that, by the way, that book, Upadesamrita, is very favorite to Maharaj. You may probably know, he keeps it always with him. And one time, I was traveling with Maharaj. We went to South America. Chosica, Lima, and Cusco. Yeah, so one time I remember the exact thing that we went out with so many devotees, Maharaj, for Sankirtan in a park, in public places and all that. And we were distributing a small kind of a note saying, the 3 minutes with genius. And you must, or 3 or 4, sometimes I see 3, sometimes 4. But anyway, so after that, we went to the city hall, and what I found there is so many people came to listen to you. So the whole city hall was packed, and you have given very good lecture on Upadesamrita, the whole kind of a summary type of things for common people to understand it. So I will always remember that instance. Yeah. So Upadesamrita, Maharaj also emphasizes many times to read Upadesamrita and follow the instructions and the teachings of Srila Rupa Goswami, which will be very useful. Maharaj is always emphasizing to read that book. In fact, in his education program, he gives much priority to that book. Yeah, because it gives so many instructions for neophyte devotee. The other thing I want to say about that, to glorify Maharaj is like, showing a lamp to the sun. But since I feel like I should express my feelings of gratitude, and I would like to take this opportunity to recite one verse which is appropriate for Maharaj. It says, Aksaro phalam tvadrus darshanam tano phalam gatra sangaha Jihva phalam tvadrus kirtanam hi sudurlabha bhagavata hi loke. So the meaning of this thing is that aksano means eyes. So when we see you, Maharaj, we feel like it's our eyes' perfection. Just like many of you know, in 10th canto, chapter 21, Gopis also says about the Aksanavatam, that verse is there, Aksanavatam na param vidamaham. Means they are saying over there that there is no use of eyes if you don't see the sons of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna and Balram. So, I mean, this is, don't want to go too much explanation on that, but that's the first thing. And the second thing is like, Tano, phalam, tvadrus, gang. So, when we touch the lotus feet of Maharaj, it's just like we purify our senses. And but sometimes you may notice that hardly he will allow us to touch his feet also. So you have to kind of play tricks with it. It's not so easy to touch his feet. The third thing, that is Jihva. With this tongue, the activity, real activity is to glorify. So in this case, I say to glorify Maharaj for his good qualities and work that he's doing, mostly in education area. So what I found is it's very difficult, like Sudurlabha. Durlabha is difficult, Sudurlabha very difficult to find a Mahabhagavat like Maharaj in that case. So other thing that I have noticed in Maharaj is, you probably all know there are 4 basic principles in Krishna consciousness. Starts with austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. So this, like Maharaj is very fond of making abbreviation. Like, so I say ACMT: austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truthfulness. So if you don't have austerity and cleanliness, you are empty. No mercy and no tolerance. So anyway, Maharaj has exhibited those qualities in his dealings, in his behavior, and his dealings with the other people also. So it is a very great lesson from Maharaj that I can find to learn myself, and I think it's good for all of us to follow and imbibe those qualities to the extent that we can purify our senses. So Maharaj strongly believes that the Krishna consciousness is it should be a firm conviction and faith from the heart. So and it depends on us how far we want to submit ourselves. So that is what I kind of gathered some of the things from Maharaj's association. And at the end, I would like to pray to Maharaj on this very auspicious day, so he can shower his mercy to all of us, so we can advance in our spiritual life and do our sincere devotional service, Maharaj. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
So while he's setting up for the bhajan, so we'll have basically what we'll be doing a few offerings, and then we'll do a bhajan, a few offerings and a bhajan. So there's a break in between the offerings. So while they're setting that up, so we're going to project the song on the screen so you could follow along. Gurudev.
Gurudev, Kripa Bindu Diya, Koroe dase trina pekati hina. Gurudev Kripa Bindu Diya Koroe dase Trina Pekati hina. Kripa Bindu Diya Koroe dase Trina Pekati Sakala Sakhane Valadiya Koro Nija Manes Prihahina Sakala Sakhane Valadiya Koro Nija Manes Prihahina Sakala Sakhane Baladiya Koro Nija Manes Prihahina Nija Manes Gurudev Sakale Samana Kurite Shakati Dehonata Jata Jata Sakale Samana Kurite Shakati Dehonata Jata Jata Gurudev Sakala Sahana Kurite Shakati Ehonata Jata Jata Tabe tu gaibo Hari Nama Suke Aparada Have Hata Tabe tu gaibo Hari Nama Suke Aparada Have Hata Tabe tu gaibo Hari Nama Suke Aparada Have Hata Hari Nama Suke Aparada Have Hata Gurudev Kaveheno Kripa La via e jana kritarata hoi venata. Kaveheno Kripa La via e jana Gurudev Kaveheno Kripa La via e jana Kritarta hoi venata. Kaveheno Kripa La via e jana Kritarta hoi venata. Shakti Buddhihina Amiyati Dina Koro more atma sata. Shakti buddhi hina, ami ati dina, koro more atma. Shakti buddhi hina, ami ati dina, koro more atma sata. Shakti buddhi hina, ami ati dina, koro more atma sata. Gurudev Jogyata vichare kichu nahi paye tumhara karuna sara. Jogyata vichare kichu nahi paye tumhara karuna sara. Gurudev Jogyata vichare kichu nahi paye tumhara karuna sara. Jogyata vichare kichu nahi paye tumhara. Karuna na hole kandiya kandiya prana na rakhibo ara. Prana na rakhibo ara. Karuna na hole kandiya kandiya prana na rakhibo ara. Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev.
Next, we're going to call upon Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhu. Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhu. Das.
Okay. I'm, of course, going to read that offering that's in the book, which I'm glad I could do so. It was a... Hare Krishna. Oh, hey, it works. That's about right. I usually take about a size 40. Okay. This is an offering to Maharaj for Vyasa-puja. It was written about almost a month and a half ago because we had to get together for getting the book together. So there's... What's that? Is that better? Okay. Hare Krishna. The offering I wrote Maharaj was about a month and a half ago, and it was completed pretty much. But as Maharaj says, to really have courage, you should do at least a rewrite 6 times. I think I got almost 3 in, so we're good on that, and I can do so. Maharaj and I go back pretty far. I met him formally at the Berkeley Temple in 1994, 1995. But I don't know if he recalls, but I was at a Rath Yatra, I was at a festival and a parade, and there were sannyasis, and the sannyasis have the staff. And a friend of mine, because I wasn't a devotee then, I was just kind of wandering almost aimlessly. Fortunately, I got with the Hare Krishna, so things started working out. But it was at the parade, there's like 4 sannyasis walking down the street, almost 200 yards or so away. But I saw them, and so I paid my obeisances like I just did there. And one person looked at me and knew I was paying my obeisances. And I think it was Maharaj. That was, say, in the late 80s. But then later, about 10 years later, I came back to the temple and started doing service there, and I met Maharaj, and then we formally got together. So I'm very grateful and very fortunate to have your good association, Maharaj. And without further ado, 2019 Vyasa-puja. This is an event that is very nice to be able to present this. All glories to His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and all his disciples. 2019 Vyasa-puja for His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. On this glorious day, we are fortunate enough to be able to celebrate your kind association, and in doing so, reflect on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Though this is an ongoing celebration, by no means is an ordinary event. We are reinstating our love and sharing that love with us, and you're sharing that love with us, a most superb exchange of human and spiritual relations in Krishna consciousness. Now, as far as understanding the soul surface of our soul, without proper guidance, service can be variegated like the rivulets of a mountain stream. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 241, those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. Beloved child of Kurus, the intelligence for those who are irresolute is many-branched. Without fixed intelligence, we have no complete focus. The instruction of the spiritual master for disciples is what brings clarity in their consciousness to gain more insight in their sadhana. This is a vital connection for devotees. How vital? Most vital. For this is how we maintain the Paramatma concept and more. Of course, one's desires must complement this with surrender and service. Additionally, in the purport of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya-lila 1899, Srila Prabhupada reminds us, quote, a sincere person is able to see Krishna through the transparent medium of Sri Gurudev, the spiritual master. Unless one is enlightened by the knowledge given by the spiritual master, he cannot see things as they are, even though he remains constantly with the spiritual master. Unquote. There's a little explanation on some of this. Conscious association of our Guru is imperative. It's not to be taken for granted, otherwise we learn nothing. In the purport, sincerity is the key, and note that sincerity is first, and that enlightenment comes second, and that order remains the same throughout our spiritual life. All the while, keeping clarity in our Guru's association. If not, then we will not be able to see things. Excuse me, once more. The order remains the same throughout our spiritual life, all the while keeping clarity in our Guru's association. If not, then we cannot see things, even in close relations. This is why Lord Krishna created Vani and Vapu, the insurance formula for our hearts to increase our love. These separations and conjoining relationships actually churns our bhakti. And again, if we are sincere. My personal experience with you, Maharaj, is very awakening. With your concern and levity, this lifetime has been much more desirable and more relishable. Similar to Srila Prabhupada and Yamuna Deva Dasi, as the years moved on, mature understanding evolved, yet the same disciplic love remained. Through the decades, I realized there's some maturity through osmosis just from observing your impeccable examples of devotional service. The Lord's mercy is your powerful tool, like a scalpel to cut through ignorance, yet compensating for personal idiosyncrasies, leaving room for future spontaneous devotion. It's a rare skill to be able to bring bhakti into practical use for neophyte devotees. Immature conversions from most cults don't even consider the consequences of a personal spiritual advancement, or even worse, become envious and sabotage it. On a sadder note, unfortunately, not all your disciples were fully accepting your instructions of bhakti. Their own complicity was too strong. Regardless, you gave them the benefit of the doubt, and again, mercy was a medicine. As known, certain karmic events are involved with the practice of Buddha yoga. Sometimes more churning is needed, and large doses of sadhana. No failures, just retreat for a time. Then further impetus redirects if the spiritual candidate exercises sincere intelligence. After all is said and done, these are only inklings of meager observation and experiences of a naive servant. As the Brahmins know, power is in purity. The Sattras know, the way is in training. The Vaishyas know, investments need time. And Sudras know they must serve to fulfill their lives. So concluding, if we gain the good fortune of a bona fide guru who lives by example, who is a shepherd of humanity, their firmament is grounded, all potentials of Krishna consciousness are possible, regardless of the status, when a disciple sincerely serves such a spiritual master. All glories to your service, Maharaj. Please uphold my obeisances.
The Prabhupada ki jai. So make a comment now too. Yeah, our whole conception for this process is, is glorification of the parampara, and everybody in this room has their position in the parampara, right? Yeah. So glorification means just to understand what is our position, illumination like that. And two things were coming to my mind. In the 7th canto, it's describing Prahlad Maharaj, and it says that he took his senior godbrothers as good as his spiritual master. Okay, so there's one thing about, Guru Puja, worshiping the Guru, is understanding our godbrothers, god sisters, is also our spiritual masters. But somebody is Diksha Guru. One person, Prabhupada says, does that, the formality, these kind of things. You only have one priest who does the wedding, right? Hopefully. That's it. Okay, yeah. So it's a formality, but Prabhupada says he says the initiation is a formality, but not a meaningless formality. Yeah. And then there's Shiksha Guru. So our parampara is very much Shiksha Guru. So, of course, in my experiences when I came into Iskcon, I don't know, Prabhupada already had about 1,000 disciples or something. Okay, yeah. So, Tamal Krishna Maharaj was one of my natural spiritual masters. Yeah. And I remember one incident, as I understand, Maharaj was in New York. Temple, big temple, and there was one evening program, Bhagavad Gita class, and many people there. And one asked for questions. And one Russian devotee raised his hand, and Maharaj said, yes. And he said, Maharaj, do you have any material desires? Okay, would you ask Goswami? So everybody in the room went, but this is a Russian devotee who's used to dealing with 8-foot-tall polar bears and 50-degree below weather. So he just kept smiling. Yeah. And so Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, yes, I guess I suppose I have some. Okay. Other questions, other discussions. And after some time, the Russian devotee raised his hand again. And Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, yes. He said, what are your material desires? Like that. Okay. That's simple. When I was traveling in Russia, it was like that. Very simple, very practical. That's how you live in that place. It's horrible. So then I understand Maharaj said, well, I guess I want to be respected, and I want to have some position, some fame. He said, but it's under control, and it's diminishing. So he's identifying himself in that position as Madhyama Adhikari. Kanishta Adhikari is somebody who somehow or other comes in contact with Krishna through their family, something, God, somehow or other, but it's very much mixed up with material life. But they are sincere, they're there. The Madhyama Adhikari has accepted a doctor who can cure the disease. He's following the process. And his disease is still there, it's convalescent stage, right? And you have to be careful in the convalescent stage. It's still there, So Madhyama Adhikari is a pure devotee by intelligence. He or it watches and knows, these things are just too dangerous, These things are okay, And then as we follow the process, we wake up, Nitya Siddha, Krishna Prema, Sadhya Kabunaya, Shravanadi, Shuddhachitte, Karaje Udaya. Being a pure devotee is our natural position, Uttama Adhikari, like that and so on, So that's all I'm trying to accomplish, is trying to, fulfill this requirement to function as Diksha Guru, function as a sannyasi, function as a member of the board of examiners, and not in any ways trying to eclipse Srila Prabhupada. He is the Acharya for Iskcon. And I have discussions about this with Jayapataka Maharaj, just recently Guru Prasad Swami, and clarifying our ideas. So not too long ago, I asked Jayapataka Maharaj to be an Acharya in Iskcon, or a Guru in Iskcon, do you have to be an Acharya with a big A? Because after Prabhupada left, that was our confusion. We all had to be Prabhupads. It didn't work out very well, And so he said directly, no, small a is okay, Acharya, Big A depends on Krishna. So the other person I'm remembering is Lokanath Maharaj. And by his mercy, there was the Braj Mandal Parikrama. How many people have gone on the Braj Mandal Parikrama of Lokanath Maharaj? Okay, yeah. And you don't come back. It's tougher than Radhanath Maharaj's Parikrama, because they come back every day. So you have to walk barefoot through the Braja, sleep on the ground. After about 4, so there's no facilities. You have to go off into the bushes with your buckets, So one year there were 4 German infantry soldiers on the parikrama, and they said that if you could do this, you could be a German infantry soldier. So I have one, Pablo, what's his name now? Prishni Pandavaya. He was a Green Beret in the Spanish army. So I asked him, is this true? And he thought about it, and he said, actually, we did things that were more intense, but on a prolonged basis, we never did anything more austere than this, for 1 month, traveling like that and so on. So for me, it was a tremendous opportunity, my nature and everything else, to learn a lot about, sense control and everything else. And so what can I say? That, whatever accomplishments I have, Srila Prabhupada, I would say that Srila Prabhupada has had a hard time making me into anything. It's how long? It's been like 50 years or something, right? And Srila Prabhupada doesn't give up. Yeah. So it's my comment that whatever good qualities I have, I think it's just everybody else can acquire them much more quickly than I can. Maybe in less than 50 years you can achieve the same thing. And then it's coming through so many God brothers and so on, very practically, by the mercy of Tamal Krishna Maharaj, mercy of Lokanath Maharaj. Yeah, we've acquired some education, some qualities like that. Yes, okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay.
Next, I'm going to call Dayanidhi Prabhu. Dayanidhi Prabhu and his family are here from San Diego.
Dayanidhi is from Argentina. That's as far south as you can go. Yeah. When I went there, the president of the temple was Daitesha. Yeah. And the temple was Nupatala Loka. So it's like, yeah. He's now the head pujari in San Diego for many, many years, and treasurer also, for Shishi Radha Giridhari, like that. Jai.
Jai. Hare Krishna. I met Guru Maharaj in 93, I think so. The first time you went with Lokanath Maharaj to Buenos Aires. At that time was with another spiritual master he left, And I met again Guru Maharaj in 99. And I went to his room and talked to him. Maharaj, can I take shelter in you? And you say, well, maybe not, maybe think Bhakti Swami is a good, maybe I'm not. I say, okay, but here's my car. I still have the car from Santa Cruz. Yeah. And he said, well, you can write, send me an email. And he left the room, and he was with another god brother, Barutapa. And I asked him, what happened? I don't know. He said, I should say, she accept me? I don't know either. He said, well, and started communicate with Maharaj and was lucky to have initiation 2001. And a few months later, Maharaj was so grateful to give me second initiation and ruin my life. I have to spend my days in the altar now. Thank you so much. Guru Maharaj always, what he gave to me, the understanding of the Guru Tattva, the relationship with Srila Prabhupada. I think that is important to me, understand what is Srila Prabhupada and the connection we have with Prabhupada and the deities, especially the deities. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj. I'm not good talking, and I'm just the guy who pays the bills and wave the incense every day. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
I got it, see? It's okay, we're just going to go up and down, doesn't matter. Okay, next I'm going to call Satish Kapoor. Satish Kapoor Prabhu has, he's actually one of the very big sponsors for today's event, so we want to thank him. And his good wife is actually baking the cake together with Kritika Mataji, so we want to thank them for that as well. And the whole family is going to do an offering.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh, sorry. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru and Gauranga, and all glories to the assembled devotees. Actually, this is my first time. I've never done this thing before. And Shubhra Mataji texted me a few days back, and because I actually wanted to do it, but she texted me and asked me whether you want to do something. I said, yes, I would like to do the offering, because I know Maharaji for many years now, and it's such a great honor. And I'm so fortunate, actually, that I know Maharaji. And somehow, with Krishna's mercy, all my important events in my life, like when my son Shridama was born, when we bought a house, when my another son was born, Maharaj is always there to bless us. Somehow, it just happened with Krishna's mercy, Maharaj is there. And we all are so much attracted towards Maharaji because of his humility and austerity. Maharaj is my Shiksha Guru. So I have so many things, actually, I want to share with you. So if I take a few minutes, so please forgive me for that. So, I will, so there was one time, I'm actually a physician by profession, and so we also have to give some time, for the certification, we have to maintain our certification. So we have to give exam every 10 years or 7 years. So I was working full time, and then I have to prepare for the examination, and I was doing my 16 rounds, doing deity worship, prasadam, so offering. My wife makes prasadam at home, not me, but so all those things, so I was not able to actually find time for studying. And you can't pass this exam without studying. Like, it's not like, oh, you're so intelligent, you will pass. No, there's no way you can pass this exam, even if you're so much intelligent. So I actually wanted to ask Maharaji this question. I don't know if Maharaji remember or not, but can I reduce my rounds of chanting because I need some time to, study, because I will fail otherwise. So, and I saw Maharaji. Maharaji was in Houston at that time, and so I just approached to Maharaji. And I didn't ask this question, can I reduce the rounds? And we were just talking, and I was about to ask the question, and suddenly Maharaji said, Krishna will never tell you to do anything which you can't do. So even without asking, Maharaji just told me that, he will never tell you to do something which you cannot do. So I got my answer that I don't need to reduce my rounds. Because Krishna is not, he's just telling you to do 16 rounds, so it's not too much. But sometimes with the Kali Yuga and material effects, you feel that, it's too much, I need to do something. Because, but thank you, Maharaji, for saving me on that day. And so I didn't fall down because of that one line answer, that it helped me to keep continuing my same rounds. So it was a really important lesson for my whole rest of my life, actually. So Maharaji, my son was in Goswami Academy for more than a year, actually. And as you know that when they did the voting, Maharaji was the most liked Maharaji by the kids at that time. So most of all the kids voted Maharaji, actually, at that time, that he's the best, most liked Maharaji. So there's an Institute of Spirituality in the medical center. So in the Institute of Spirituality and Medical Center, it's a very Christian-based faith. I hope Maharaji gave a lecture over there, actually, one time. So, they don't invite people, actually, who are out of the faith, actually. I mean, they say Institute of Spirituality, but they prefer to invite people who are from their faith. But they really like Maharaji so much that they invited Maharaji. So you can see that even the outside people who are from the outside faith, they appreciate Maharaji so much. It's not just we as a Vaishnava are appreciating, it's the people who are from other faith, because they see the purity. So I think Prabhupada has clearly said purity attracts people, and Maharaji is a perfect example of that, the purity and austerity and humility. So it's a perfect role model for me, to be honest. I mean, I can't say about other people, but for me, he's a perfect role model, how a devotee should be, or what's my goal, what I need to reach in this lifetime, if I could. We are very, very thankful for Maharaji for his blessings. He has blessed us all the time. And I will also take this opportunity to thank Harilila Prabhuji and his good wife, because they have helped us to facilitate so many meetings with Maharaji. Because, whenever I say I want to meet Maharaji, because Maharaji traveled with Harilila Prabhuji a lot of time in Houston, and Harilila Prabhuji will always make it happen that we meet Maharaji. So I'm very thankful to you, Prabhuji, and Mataji also, that you helped us to build that bond. So Maharaji, okay, so, well, actually my wife told me, have you written anything for the offering? So I said, I think it's in my mind, and I will definitely, because there's so many good things I want to share with other devotees. But when I was actually thinking a little bit deeply, I honestly felt that I know Maharaj even before that. Like, it's maybe right now I say 7, 8 years, but I don't know, I felt that I may be knowing him for ages. There is, in some relationship, I know Maharaji, even from previous birth. So I don't know, but I just felt like that. It's my inner conscious, So, but Maharaji is our Siksha Guru, and we are very, very thankful for his blessings, for his teachings. And we are very fortunate. Actually, I think it's a historic moment of our temple today that we are hosting Vyasa-puja of His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaji. if we write a history of this temple, I think this day will be a very significant day, because it hasn't happened in my knowledge in last 7, 8 years. I don't know, I mean, it might have happened, but I don't know, I mean, I don't remember. So since I know Maharaji, this is the first time we are having the Vyasa-puja in Iskcon Houston. So, and one thing I really want to say about Shyam Sundar Prabhuji also, he has made our temple so spiritually strong, and wherever I just went to LA temple, Iskcon LA, they respect you when you say, I'm from Iskcon Houston. So thank you, Prabhuji, for that. It's we need that kind of leadership where, we make the temple more stronger. So, Sridham, you want to say something? Okay. Come.
How do you lower it? How do you lower it?
Okay, Lord.
I was very pleased from Maharaji because Maharaji gave me this little brother named Subala, and I really appreciated when I was 6 when he gave me that turtle, and I really liked playing with him. And my dear Subala is very confident and sneaky. Well, happy birthday.
Hare Krishna Maharaji. Sorry, I didn't prepare, but I wanted to speak a little bit. I am very, very grateful for you. Yeah.
Can I go to the kitchen now?
Yes. I'm very grateful to you how I can actually be myself in front of you. I don't have to be that you have to be like this in front of Maharaji, and you have to be really, the scare always comes whenever you see any Maharaji, but with you, we are not scared at all. We are very respectful of you, and I teach kids to be respectful for you, but at the same time, the kids are not scared of you either, that this is how we are supposed to behave. We want to teach them too. But, and I really, really appreciate your blessings for our whole family. You have been very, very giving and kind. I remember a few incidences, there was nobody on a Sunday evening to, what do we call it, to sponsor the Sunday feast. And Maharaji came to our house the evening before, and we gave him some dakshina. And the next day, he's like, oh, I have lots of money, and I'm going to sponsor the evening, and Shadid Kapoor will do the arti on my behalf. I felt so thankful. So grateful. You think about everybody so much. And the same way, we got a big parcel of the books. There were 300 books maybe. And then I was asking everybody around, Kamini Priya Mataji, other Matajis, did you send me that? It was close to Subala's birth. And we didn't know where it came from because it didn't have any name on it. And then later on, we were okay, maybe there's only one person who always gives to the other people, without even expecting anything in return. So I was maybe it's Maharaji. So I'm telling my Prabhuji, and he's I can't text Maharaji. But then later on, we found out. So thank you, Maharaji, for that gift too. Thank you so much. Hari Bol.
So next we're going to have another bhajan. Ajay Govinda is going to lead us in that bhajan. Oh Hey Vaishnav Thakur. And then once he's done, when I call the next speakers, we are on the time frame limit. So I'm going to say, to keep it short, it's going to be not more than 2 minutes, 1.5 to 2 minutes after that per person. Thank you so much. So that way everybody who wants to do the offering can have an opportunity to do that.
This is a song by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, no? It's in, I think it's in Sharanagati, and there's like 4 or 5 more songs right with it that are all Upadeshamrita songs. So you see it's glorifying the 6 Purushas like that and so on. So it's a little Bhaktivinoda Thakur's presentation of Upadeshamrita in the form of a song. Very nice.
Oh He Vaishnava Thakur Doyar Sagar Edase Karuna Kori Vaishnava Thakur Doyar Sagar Edase Karuna Kori O He Vaishnava Thakur Doyar Sagar Edase Karuna Kori O He Vaishnava Thakur Doyar Sagar Edase Karuna Kori Diya pada chaya shodo he amaya tomar charana dhori Diya pada chaya shodo he amaya tomar charana dhori Diya pada chaya shodo he amaya tomar charana dhori Diya pada chaya shodo he amaya tomar charana dhori Chaya bega domi chaya dosha shodhi Chaya guna deho dase Chaya bega domi Chaya dosha shodhi Chaya guna deho dase Chaya bega domi Chaya dosha shodhi Chaya guna deho dase Chaya bega domi Chaya dosha shodhi Chaya guna deho dase Chaya satsanga deho he amare bosechi sangera ashe 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 Ekaki amar nahi paya bala Harinama Sankirtane Ekaki amara nahi paya bala Harinama Sankirtane Ekaki amar nahi paya bala Harinama Sankirtane Ekaki amara nahi paya bala Harinama Sankirtane তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নামাধানে তুমি কৃপা করে শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নামাধানে তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নামাধানে তুমি কৃপা করি শ্রদ্ধা বিন্দু দিয়া দেহ কৃষ্ণ নামাধানে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে কৃষ্ণ সে তোমার কৃষ্ণ দিতে পারো তোমার শক্তি আছে আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে আমি তো কঙ্গাল কৃষ্ণ কৃষ্ণ বলি ধাই তব পাছে পাছে ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসী করুণা করি ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসী করুণা করি ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসী করুণা করি ওহে বৈষ্ণব ঠাকুর দয়ার সাগর এ দাসী করুণা করি वैष्णव ठाकुर की जय, गुरु महाराज की, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की।
Nayanam Rita Prabhu. And after Nayanam Rita Prabhu, we'll have Aja Govinda Prabhu.
ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Hare Krishna, everybody. Maharaj has given me, first of all, before I say anything more or anything else, I want to clarify something. Maharaj has given me two names. One is rascal. I looked up in the dictionary, it says mischievous or troublemaker. And 2 times already today he called me troublemaker. So, Maharaj, I know you're sitting on a Vyasa-asan, but I have to say this, my real name is Nayanamrit. Okay. I want to I got to have introduction with Maharaj. I got to know him in early 90s at Harila Prabhu's house. He was invited for lunch, and I was also invited for lunch. And when I saw Maharaj, how he mixed everything, for a moment I thought that Harilila probably forgot to tell him how the Gujarati dishes are to be eaten. But later on I found out what was happening. You are so detached. Couple of qualities that I want to talk about the Maharaj. It is, and Shamsundar Prabhu mentioned that he's so easily approachable. How many of us in business world, we know the glass ceiling? Most of us who work in the industry, they have heard that term, glass ceiling. For the females to get higher position, there is always that male and female situation. It's not exactly a good analogy, but I'm telling you, when you approach Maharaj, you don't see that, okay? When you approach Maharaj, it's not, hey, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a Maharaj, okay? Or you are a congregation member, or you are my disciple. He is really down to the earth. He will sit down with you in a prasadam room, okay? After the giving Bhagavatam class, he will sit down with you and he will take the prasadam, honor the prasadam, whatever the other devotees are taking. And not just sit in a corner and eat, but he will talk with the devotees. That is such a wonderful association, wonderful, that I have enjoyed Maharaj with you. And I really appreciate that. As Shamsundar Prabhu said, my humble request also, please come and visit us and continue to give us the association that you have been giving us. Whenever he is here, I have yet to find a day when he is not there in the temple room for Mangala Arati, okay? And a lot of time he will lead the kirtan. So he's always happy, joyous, and he's passing that to us. And that's what I really appreciate about him. Sometime, Maharaj, do have to tell you, the classes, when you get into the psychology, goes over my head. And I think I have told you that, and you have helped me understand those things also. So I appreciate that part also. Thank you very much, Maharaj. His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Maharaj ki.
Ajay Govinda Das. He is a PhD in thermonuclear medicine from Oxford University. He speaks English. His father is I messed up Hari Das, who is now doing very, very well in India, no? He's dean of, what is your father now?
He's in GLA University in Mathura.
Yeah, but it's right across the street from the Gurukula, no?
Very close to Vrindavan.
Yeah, the Vrindavan Gurukula. He's now, he's a hydrologist, his father, my friend for a long time. So his students, their prize went all the way in the competition to the top 10 or top 5 in hydrology projects in all of India like that. Yeah. And he was studying molecular biology at Oxford. And he's finally realized that life comes from life. Also here with his very nice wife. Das ki jai.
Hanumatpresaka Maharaj ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Dearest esteemed Guru Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. All glory to your glorious service unto him. So this is my humble offering to Guru Maharaj. I have written and I will read through it, but I also wanted to mentioned that the first time when I met Maharaj was in Iskcon Boise temple run by Anantrupa Prabhu, Aruda Mataji, and the devotees Radhika Raman Prabhu and Gopal Hari Prabhuji. So that's where I first was able to get the holy association of Maharaj. And it's the first time we got to know about Maharaj's projects, the scientific preaching projects, North American Institute for Oriental Studies, NEOS, and also ASA, Anjana Sutta Academy. So that's how I got to obtain some insight into the Krishna conscious scientific understanding, Krishna conscious scientific understanding. And I first got to understand the synthesis of science and Krishna consciousness through Maharaj, through his teachings and his service to Srila Prabhupada of scientific preaching and also scholarly outreach has really inspired a lot of great scholars like Dr. Ravi Gupta, who is a world famous professor of Indology, and also many great scholars, Dr. Samresh Bandyopadhyaya, who is another great professor of Indology, and who Maharaj has written great books on this subject of Sanskrit, Indology, and it's a really inspirational area for people who are in academics like me. So this service of Maharaj was very inspirational, and it's the first time I got to know about it was in Iskcon Boise, where I was fortunate to meet Maharaj and associate with the devotees and Maharaj there. And I feel most humbled and grateful that devotees here, Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhu, Shubhra Mataji, and Srinath Krishna Prabhu, who got the second initiation today. So congratulations to Srinath Krishna Prabhu again. And thank you for organizing this most auspicious event of Vyasa-puja in Houston. This event, and thank you to all the senior devotees who gave their offering before me. It was very inspirational to see such a line of great senior devotees who have known Maharaj and served with Maharaj. So it was we are very grateful to be able to associate with such senior devotees. And this event is the most important event for souls like me who are away from devotee association. I live in Corpus Christi, Kingsville, so it's a very remote area. Not many people might have heard about Kingsville or Corpus Christi. So it's 4 hours towards the southern Texas. So this provides us with a great opportunity to associate with devotees and come closer to the Lord through the mercy of the spiritual master and the mercy of devotees. As I am away from the Iskcon Houston temple, I sometimes feel very much lacking of devotional association. I am so glad whenever you, Guru Maharaj, visit us here in Houston, we are thus able to obtain your holy association and associate with our fellow devotees. For bringing devotional association to my location, Corpus Christi and Kingsville, Texas, which by your grace I have been able to start a student club in the university where I am teaching, and this last month officially registered it at Texas A&M University, Kingsville, and we have called the club Vedanta. We organize regular Bhagavad Gita readings and festivals like Diwali and Holi to try to bring Krishna consciousness to the students here at the university. The students have appreciated it a lot and are actively participating and encouraging us to do more. And hopefully one day I would be able to get some mercy from devotees of Houston and organize some bigger program in Texas A&M University, Kingsville, because now the university, we have a registered organization, we have some funds, so we can have some prasadam and kirtan program and maybe some lecture program. And if we are fortunate one day to have the association of Guru Maharaj, definitely we would need to grow it to a much larger program to obtain that, but hopefully one day. So we also did fundraising events by selling samosas at the local fall food festival at our university campus to try to bring spiritual prasadam food and show them vegetarianism as a karma-free diet. I am blessed by your mercy as you guided me to start scientific preaching through Bhaktivedanta Institute. So the very first introduction to synthesis of science and religion that I got was when Maharaj guided me to read some of the literature published by Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj, Synthesis of Science and Religion, and I was able to associate with some of the devotees, Bhakti Swarup Damodar Maharaj's disciples in India, some professors at IIT universities, and they started conferences, Bhaktivedanta Institute conferences on the synthesis of science and religion. So I was able to participate with that. And here in my own limited small capacity, I'm trying to follow your instruction. And I hope to gain more of your holy association and association of other disciples so that I may learn from them about preaching Krishna consciousness to other people, and also to uplift my own consciousness to achieve Krishna consciousness. So whenever I organized Bhagavad Gita reading programs at the university, I felt more empowered because the students were so interested to study Bhagavad Gita that it inspired me even more. So I feel that association is really the key to advancing in spiritual life. And so I would like to also come here more to Iskcon Houston and aspire to serve the devotees and serve Maharaj and associate more with the devotees and hopefully bring students here also. Most grateful to my I am most grateful to my God brothers and God sisters, and I am aspiring to learn from their dedication and devotional service. Your aspiring servant, Ajay Govinda Das.
Next we have Sridhar Prabhu, and then after Sridhar. Yeah, they don't want to speak first. They requested to speak last. So after Sridhar Prabhu, we'll have Srinath Krishna Prabhu, and then Subal Saka Prabhu.
Jai. So, personally, Jai, Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. I have known Maharaj since early 2000, and personal associations. I have also actually stayed with Maharaj in the ashram for a couple of months, and Maharaj was living so humbly. I'm just reminiscing what I have seen. So we had like a 2-bedroom and then a lobby, ground floor, and we were living upstairs. Maharaj never used the rooms. He would sleep next to the door at the entrance, under the stairs, and I would be coming very late from work, and Maharaj would be sleeping, but he never mentioned, hey, you're coming late, you're disturbing me. So I've done that several times. So Maharaj, it's like, sorry for transgressing, but that's how Maharaj is, where he is so humble. And I've also stayed with Maharaj for a week in camping, and that was amazing. Like, Maharaj would be awake at 1:30, and at 3 o'clock or 3:30 in the morning, he'll be playing his flute. So it's like amazing. And I'll be cooking for Maharaj, so we just 2 of us were there. And so those are my reminiscences. So till my last breath, I would be so glad to remember those. So yeah, I'll just read. Personally, feel very merciful. You've always given me opportunity to serve you based on my capacity, always giving practical guidance to simplify our lives in the society and thus progress in spiritual life. We get several instructions from you which we can strive to fulfill to make our lives complete in Krishna consciousness. Like at the end of the day, you keep telling us, offer your reports to the Lord, having what you've done, so that way you're more intimate with the Lord. Your conscious, eternal slogan always rings. Whenever we see you, you just say, back to Godhead. And that proclaims to all of us that we have the golden opportunity here to set our sight on reaching Golok Vrindavan at the end of this life. Let your slogan act as a beacon guiding us towards the spiritual world. Your every instruction is laced with a parallel from Prabhupada's or the Paramparas or the scriptural pastimes. We hear from you unknown details of Prabhupada and his disciples' interactions. Yourself and your dear God brothers, have guaranteed yourselves a glorious afterlife, having served Srila Prabhupada's mission so intently. Like Shyam Sundar Prabhu said, Prabhupada's disciples have experienced the highest happiness by serving the mission like never seen in the history, entire human history, taking great risks and rewarded equally with great spiritual realizations. You continue your spiritual life with full vigor, setting up a great example of an exalted devotee. You are very early morning sadhana, waking up at 1:30, Mangala Arati, full morning program every day, Shastric reading, dissemination of Vedic knowledge in form of Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav et al. Are your benedictions on us. Every interactions of yours in the form of public classes, personal interactions with devotees and their families, newcomers, and you show the significance of deep detachment needed from worldly desires. Such lofty ideals of detachment based on Srimad Bhagavatam is glorified by you. The purity of Bhagavatam comes out of your mouth, lotus mouth, and impacts all the listeners. On a personal front, I've been teaching yoga for a few years to my friends in the residence. So from your mercy, I've been able to boldly at least read Bhagavad Gita. So we have finished the entire Bhagavad Gita book with the friends. They would have never got an opportunity to do that by themselves. So I'm glad that I was able to do that with them. And so yeah, that's all I have. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Please show great mercy on us. Thank you.
Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you. I have been very fortunate to have lots of your association this year. It is incredible how even a few minutes I spend with you grows and expands into so many wonderful memories and valuable instructions. You always answer all questions I have without me having to explicitly ask you. There was a period during this year where I was struggling to chant properly. I had just entered Grihasthashrama and was overwhelmed by all the social responsibilities that was suddenly taking up all my time. I wanted to talk to you about it, but didn't get the time. When we went to the airport, I was alone with you. You looked at me and sang Sankhya Purvaka Nama Ghana Natibhi, verse from Shad Goswami Ashtakam. You said that the Goswamis had scheduled times for chanting, singing, reading, and dancing, and asked me to read Japajo. It was such a valuable instruction at the right time. Jitat Hanumatpresakantasya Paramatma Samahitaha. For one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already reached. Bhagavad Gita 6.7. You're always in touch with the super soul. Like a parent knows exactly what the child needs, you always are taking care of all of us. Every time you ask me, how are you, I can feel your genuine desire to know about my well-being. In my many visits to Houston to meet you, I have witnessed firsthand the life of a sadhu. I had an even closer view when you stayed with us for a day in Dallas. Lord Kapila describes the symptoms of a sadhu. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies. He is peaceful. He abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for being so tolerant and merciful to me, even though I have so many faults. You have mercifully engaged me in transcribing your commentary, Tava Pache Pache, to Srila Prabhupada's Upadeshamrita. You live your life exactly according to the Upadeshamrita. Every single time I see you during Mangalarti, it is like your first Mangalarti. Your enthusiasm never decreases, it only increases. In Nectar of Instructions, Srila Rupa Goswami gives the essence of all instructions in text 8. The essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Vraja, Goloka Vrindavana Dhama, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of the Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. Not a moment goes by when you don't remember Krishna. We once accompanied you to have lunch at a devotee's house. The house was a very opulent house and was by an artificial lake. Divya and I were talking about how big the house was, how amazing the lake was, and how expensive it would be. When you started speaking, you saw me and said that Narottam Das Thakur says, among all of Radha and Krishna's pastimes, the boat pastimes are the topmost. Our vision was so material, whereas you were fully absorbed in Krishna's pastimes, seeing the lake. Although you take up so many austerities, you are never harsh to others. You are always peaceful. Your love for systematically studying Srila Prabhupada's books has inspired so many devotees, including me. This year in Sadhu Sangha, Vaisheshika Prabhu was saying how he was inspired by you to systematically study Srila Prabhupada's books. Guru Maharaj, the way you live your life is very instructive to us. Srila Prabhupada says in Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, instruction alone cannot make one an expert. Unless one is blessed by the spiritual master or the acharya, such teachings cannot become fully manifest. Therefore, one should seek the mercy of the spiritual master so that the instructions of the spiritual master can develop within oneself. Chapter 14. On this auspicious occasion, I beg you to give me the strength to take your instructions to heart and bless me so that when the time comes, I will be able to remember them and act appropriately. Your unworthy servant, Srinath Krishna Das.
This is from Richmond. One time, Capital One is a big bank, right? The computer collapsed, and you and how many more people?
Yeah, 6 of us.
6, 7 more people were struggling to correct the problem. The entire chief executive for Capital One came there, and they were losing. How much were they losing every minute?
It's like at least 10, 15 to millions keep on going up.
Yeah, maybe $50 million every 3 minutes, and he was trying to save them. Jai, Haribol.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Hare Krishna everyone. And I never thought of I'm coming here to Houston, and somehow Krishna made this arrangement. And all these years, I speak to many of my god brothers on the phone. I never see them. So this time also, I wrote my offerings, and meanwhile, Radhika Raman called. He's a before he became a god brother, he is a brother to me. So he is the one who guided and every step of my way, and so he is always there. He said, why don't you just take this opportunity? You have holidays and everything worked out well, and why don't you go and see Maharaj personally and meet all the god brothers? And somehow, with all the difficulties, Krishna manifested this one, with a lot of things going on, and my daughter said, yes, let's go. And she got surgery and just a week before, and we thought of we couldn't make it, but she said, I will. And so we all here, and thanks for everyone. Thanks for Maharaj. So I can keep on talking, but due to, I will just, instead of reading it, this whole thing, I can, I think, speak directly 2 minutes so that it's easy. Otherwise, it will take a lot of time. So my first experience with Maharaj is very unique and special. Radhika Raman Prabhu and myself, we both drove to Nashville, and we met Maharaj for the first time. And I was invited, and I'm staying in the same place where Maharaj is staying, and I was invited to sit besides with Maharaj and participating in a GBC meeting, which I don't know, no clue at all, who are all those great personalities sitting and One side Radhika Raman, one side Maharaj, and other great personalities, Shivaram Swami. Many people are there. So Maharaj suddenly asked, what is your opinion in education of Iskcon outside? How do we? Suddenly this question was asked. I don't know what to answer suddenly, and I just opened up. I start talking. So when an opportunity comes like that, I will try to show my knowledge. This is the kind of Then I came out and I asked Radhika Raman, did I speak too much? He said, yes, you spoke too much. So, it's a kind of, so I was, so I realized it, okay. So, then Maharaj drove us to the place where we are all going to spend Nitai Gaur Sundar Prabhuji's home. This event is happening. And when we went there, and I'm working and love to work. And most of the time, anywhere, wherever a place is no matter to me, I love to work. So I just go myself and engage in making these tents, big 90-foot tents. And suddenly when I turn my side, Maharaj is there right beside me, taking one big pole and just tying the ropes. And I said, Maharaj, please give it to me, I will do it. No, let me do it. And so he was there all the time with me. And I had a little idea, I think, started forming in my mind. Yes, this is the kind of person I'm looking all along. And the simple yet knowledgeable and, down to earth, and everything is. And so I attended Srimad Bhagavatam lecture. And Srimad Bhagavatam is a very puzzle to me. And I tried many times, but I never get to essence of it. On that day, Maharaj gave the entire Bhagavatam in 18 minutes. He said in 18 minutes Bhagavata. So I was so, what you call, I completely, without any idea, I drove to Nashville. By the end of 2 days, I felt like, yes, now I have an idea whom I should take shelter to. Because this is the kind of person all along I'm looking for it. I have so many questions without asking, many things have done. So slowly, over a period of time, things rolled in the way it is. Maharaj started coming to Richmond, and I, begged Maharaj, and many things had happened. So at the end, a few qualities that many of already mentioned, the simplicity. More than that, what I like is Maharaj is, as I think someone mentioned already, there is no fear. So I met many of Maharajas too, and they are very close and lovely and everything. But somehow I think every person has a personal connection. I think that is how it is connected. No matter how many and but you do have that relationship. Whenever my name as Subala, and this is one of the name I like from the beginning. This is what I'm talking to Radhika Raman actually. What name to be given? So, I'm just joking him, and one of the Krishna's friends' name would be wonderful. This is what I'm talking to him. And on my initiation day, he said, Subala Sakadas. I was really surprised. And, I looked at Radhika Raman, he said, yes, Maharaj heard what you said. So I think this proves a point that, the Guru can look through you, no matter how far he is. And there is one more suggestion he gave it to me. Sometimes where I'm very struggling to get up in the morning due to my work nature. Sometimes I work throughout the day. It's a kind of. So I asked Maharaj, how do I avoid it? This cannot be avoided. This is my job. So he said, when do you get off from the work? Probably sometimes 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Before you go to bed, you finish your rounds and go to bed. That really worked out for me. So I need not to worry at the end of the day, rush this chanting, counting for 16 rounds. Okay, am I 15, 16? when he's 16 is going to come. So that helped me. So I think his solutions are more to the practical, how can we implement based on our capacity. So that makes me very, very, what I'm today. So I'm just sharing, I'll stop it here, and thank you very much for everyone.
Next, we'll have Madhavacharya Prabhu. He is actually now living in Australia, but he is from Peru.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
The last time I saw him, I was in Australia. Visit there sometimes. It's a wonderful place. The only problem is the most poisonous snakes in the face of the earth are there. So there's the ashram, the temple, and we were standing under the trees in between the ashram and the temple. And there are cobras hanging in the trees. So he's completely a fearless person. Yeah.
You pretty much make a description of Australia. It's a very auspicious day. I'm very joyful to be here and sharing with you and listening all the devotees that previously had talked before me about your qualities and activities. I want to offer my full dandavas to you, my deep appreciation to you all those years since I've been taking initiation. It's been a long journey because since I met you at age 21, back in 1994 in Chosika Mandir, I remember quite well because it was the very big festival that I attend in Iskcon, Peru. It was the Latin American festival. I don't know if you remember that. At the time, you haven't got disciples in Peru. Well, since then, in 2 days, I'm going to get 47 years old. Due to my strong, independent nature, I've been here and there. At the moment, I'm just living in Australia for the last 15 years. I'm still communicating with you through the blog or through the letters or emails. I would like to read a small offering that I did this morning. Of course, you got all my full reports in the blog that probably you're going to read later on. So I don't pretend to make it long, so just a bit short. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my most sincere and respectful obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Patita Pavana. On the occasion of your appearance date, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to have your humble personality within our Iskcon family. It's really an honor for your disciples and for any member of this international society that grows every single day and need good spiritual leadership like yourself. I haven't got much personal association from you, but during my 14 years of service in Peru and Australia as a kitchen devotee, I could listen about your activities and preaching work in places where many times aroused tensions, a lot of discrepancies. During those times and in the present, I see how His Holiness is very focused and determined to please the Parampara and to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for being present on the surface of Mother Earth in this age of Kali and show us with your example how to please Sri Guru and Gauranga. With my deepest sincerity and affection, yours in service of Srila Prabhupada, your humble servant, Madhvacharya Das.
next we have Mother Guru Bhakti, and then I'm going to just say the names of the other disciples that will get ready after Mother Guru Bhakti. Okay, so after Mother Guru Bhakti, before the female disciples, we'll have Gopal Prabhu.
Dance in Kirtan, so light, almost like you stand above ground, and you make Krishna consciousness feel fun. It reminds me of Krishna frolicking with his cowherd boyfriends when I see you. But despite that, you are also very regulated and self-controlled. You attend the full morning and evening programs and set a very good example. And you are an excellent educator, the best teacher I've ever heard. We have been very fortunate because you brought the annual Ministry of Education meetings to Houston. So we got good association with very nice devotees. And also, I'm personally very grateful to you because you started off in the early 1980s, late 1980s. We used to have some seminars for devotees, and you were one of the presenters in one of the seminars. And that has been your forte to actually educate so nicely. You also instituted here Pada Padma and then the Bhakti Vaibhav. For me, that was personally very important and instructive, because I do well if there's a structured course, but also with one-on-one mentoring. And when you also instituted, as part of the curriculum, the Association of the Devotees. So that was very useful in my spiritual life. You also, I feel like you are a genius. You make the best connections between the Vedic and modern scientific paradigms. You can talk on any topic in relatable terms. And you are equally at home, whether it's dealing with devotees or you're rubbing shoulders with Nobel laureates when you do the BI seminars and meetings. I also enjoy very much your journal, one of which you gave me. And then it was published, and I hope your disciples will publish more of them so we can take part of that. Also your Twitter posts. When I see you, I feel you give us a touch of transcendence. You touch transcendence and we are able to participate in that. And I'm so grateful to you for giving us that vision of where we are going. I feel that I have not fully taken advantage of your association, and I pray that I will take up your invitation to one day you said to visit Peru when you do one of your meetings, and you will bless us with just a little bit of your transcendental qualities. Thank you so much for choosing Hare Krishna Dham for this, for your Vyasa-puja. And just seeing you are one of these people who melds the art and the sciences so nicely, and as a whole person. So I'm very grateful to have had this opportunity, to have had your association, and I hope that I can take full association from you and serve you in any small capacity. Thank you very much.
The first times I was here, I was in Dallas actually, and the secretary said, Tamal Krishna Maharaj Goswami wants to talk with you at 1:35. So I went to his room, yeah, like that. He said, I want to tell you that I like you. Okay, so, okay, very formal. He's always, Maharaj is very formal, I'm informal. You know, so we always had this relationship, you know. And he said, I want to give you $50, you know, some time ago. So you don't have to go out collecting. He said, I've been asking everybody about what you're doing, and he said, it's very important for you to come. I want you to come a lot more. My disciples need your kind of association as well as mine. Okay, I'm finished now. Thank you, Maharaj. Like that. Tamal Krishna Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. I will start off with Maharaja's nickname for me. Hare Krishna. Maharaja's nickname for me once was Mr. Know-all. I wonder why he said that, I don't know. Maharaja's seva, among other things in Iskcon, is Minister of Education, which means Shastric education, so please bear with me when I'm quoting from Shastra more than once. These are some of the verses that come to mind when I think of Maharaja's personality, his activities, his austerities, his preaching and so forth. Vayu Purana states the definition of Acharya. Achanoti ya shastrartham Achare stapayati api swayam acharate yasmat acharyastena kirtitaha. An acharya is one who fully understands the conclusions of the revealed scriptures and whose behavior reflects his deep realization. He is a living example, for he teaches the meaning of the scriptures by word and deed. So Srila Prabhupada in one of his lectures in Mumbai says, Acharya means one who knows the Shastra and practically uses in his life the same thing. The same thing he teaches to his disciple. That is called Acharya. Acharya is not a self-made man. No. Acharya means Achanoti ya Shastrani. One who understands the Shastra, the Vedic Shastra, and practices in life and teaches the same to his student, that is called Acharya. So Srila Prabhupada also explains the do's, the activities of a Brahmana or a sannyasi or a guru. This is given in a lecture in Mayapur. A Brahmana, either born in a Brahmana family or not a Brahmana, but in a Brahmana family, or even Brahmana because qualified. So by qualification one does become a Brahmana. Satkarma Nipunaha. Brahmana has 6 kinds of livelihood. Satkarma: Patana, Patana, Yajana, Yajana, Dana Pratigraha. A Brahmana well qualified, he must be a very learned scholar. Patana, and he must be able to make his disciple also very learned. Patana, Patana. He must worship the deity, Yajana, Yajana. And he should also worship for others also, Yajana, Yajana. Dana Pratigraha. He should accept charity from disciples and others and again distribute it. Dana Pratigraha. A Brahmana is supposed to be always remain a beggar. Even if he gets lakhs and lakhs of rupees, he spends it for Krishna consciousness. That is the sign of Brahmana. So even such Brahmana, if he is not Vaishnava, then he cannot become a guru, a Vaishnava. And again, there are some of the don'ts that is applicable to all of us. So this is from a class by one of Srila Prabhupada's godbrother Sridhar Maharaj. The signs of deviation may be of 3 types. The first thing is whether or not I can detect that my Gurudeva is losing gradually his attraction for his own Guru and Shastra Upadesha. His previous way of expressing his advice by quoting the scriptures and quoting the words of his own Guru, that is becoming gradually absent in him. His attraction is fading for the higher. Then that is Pratishta. Kanaka, Kamini, Pratishta. These are the 3 tests to be put everywhere for whether one is a sadhu or not, or what degree of sadhu he is. The measurement will be Pratishta, Kanaka, Kamini, 3 gross. The first is the deviation of his higher gurus, that should be detected, that is Pratishta. Then more tendency to amass money and not to spend. Money may be collected, but that must be distributed for the service of the Sampradaya, Vaishnava. But amassing money, second. And the third is attraction towards the ladies. Of course, he may come in connection with money and women and also with pratishta. Pratishta means the honor to him from the disciples. That is also necessary, but only for the purpose of divine object, divine aim. So we find that His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj, he is fitting the bill to a T with respect to the do's and the don'ts. He is always strict with money, and he has a strict behavior code with Matajis, and also Pratishta, he doesn't care much for Pratishta. And again, all the do's, Patan, Patan, Yajan, Yajan, Dana, Pratigraha, it's simply amazing. And again about the Prachar, his preaching, Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyasi, Shudra Kena Nai, Ei Krishna Tattva Veti, Say Guru Hai. Whether one is a Brahmana, Sannyasi or a Shudra, regardless of what he is, he can become a spiritual master if he knows the science of Krishna. So we find in his preaching, he's constantly quoting from Srila Prabhupada's books, the various scriptures, and he doesn't deviate much. So I conclude with this verse. This is Sanatan Goswami glorifying Haridas Thakur. Apane achare keho na kore prachar, prachar koren keho na koren achar. Achar prachar namer koroha dui karya, tumi sarva guru, tumi jagater arya. Sanatan Goswami said to Haridas Thakur, some can practice very nicely but not preach, and others can preach nicely but not practice. You can perfectly chant the name of Krishna and preach it as well, and therefore you are the Guru and the shining example for the whole world. His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
Something better.
What is the most common gift that sannyasis receive? Socks. She said it's not socks. Okay.
Dearest Gurudev, on the most exalted day of your Vyasa-puja, it's my humble honor to try to glorify you. This year marks 10 years since I met you for the first time in the Mexico City temple. What a wondrous and sublime occasion it was. I remember for months prior meeting you, I used to go to the temple every day, pray at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada to show me the way and to please introduce me to my eternal spiritual master. I would conclude my prayer by offering obeisances and with affection offering him a flower. Months went by, and in December of 2009, the devotees announced your transcendental visit to Sri Sri Radha Madan Gopal Mandir. After attending to the morning and evening programs at the temple, your lectures and seminars, I was amazed with your humble personality, inspiring character, steady sadhana, smart, creative, and humorous preaching, purity of heart, your austerity and simple lifestyle, the sincerity in your endeavors to please and make Srila Prabhupada smile, and your love for him. Non-stop Harinam Sankirtan, not to mention the personal care and appreciation that you show to your disciples and well-wishers, no matter our mistakes and faults. During the time that you were visiting, I experienced a singular feeling. I wanted to protect you and make sure that you were always fine and didn't need anything. The day that you were departing from the temple to your next destination, I gave you my first and only poster I had of my sweetest Sri Sri Radha Madan Gopal in pink and yellow garments with a small donation, and shortly after that, I ran into the temple hall to ask Srila Prabhupada to please protect you and to thank him for have given me the fortune of meeting you. I continued to talk to him like that, and suddenly, while paying obeisances, tears came from my eyes, and I realized that I had just met my eternal spiritual master for the first time in this lifetime. I felt it in my heart and had faith that Prabhupada had been listening to my prayers all that time and finally had arranged the right time for us to meet. I consider that day one of the most auspicious in my life. My dearest Guru Maharaj, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for all the constant and hard work that you do to carry on the instructions of your beloved spiritual master, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world, overcoming any obstacle that in the material world we may be vulnerable to. Thank you as well for being a living example of a devotee Bhagavat. Your life is a sublime offering to the dust of the lotus feet of the Guru Parampara. I am immensely grateful to you for have allowed me to take shelter from you and accepted me as a disciple and welcoming me to this spiritual family, for engaging me in the chanting of the holy name that Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Prabhu mercifully brought to us, for forgiving my faults and offenses, for giving me many chances again and again to rectify and become serious in my spiritual practice, for letting me call you Gurudev or Guru Maharaj and say your pranam every time I bow down in the temple or to any Vaishnava, because the thought of you brings warmth and real happiness to my heart. But to my misfortune, I still like to fall asleep in the laps of Maya, and I struggle to keep on going with my chanting and japa on a daily basis. My hope and prayer is to your magnanimous mercy, as stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 6:7-23 in the purport. Yasya prasad bhagavat prasado, yasya prasadam nagati kutopi. By the mercy of the spiritual master, one is benedicted by the mercy of Krishna. Without the grace of the spiritual master, one cannot make any advancement. Mukam karati vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamaham bande Shri Gurum dinataranam. By the mercy of Guru, even a dumb man can become the greatest orator, and even a lame man can cross mountains. And in the third verse of the song, O He Vaishnava Thakur, alone I do not find the strength to chant the holy name of Hari. Please be merciful and bless me with a drop of faith. Bestow on me the great treasure of the holy name of Krishna. Your eternal servant and disciple, Ainda Devi Dasi. Thank you. And I also wanted to add a few words that I'm very grateful for all of you that have welcomed us to celebrate Vyasa-puja in this yatra. And it's a very joyous occasion for me. And I also want to thank you for the patience that you have towards everybody, especially people that are a little foolish like me, and for always giving me a chance to become and have faith in me that I can become a better person, better devotee. Thank you very much for that. It means a lot.
Hare Krishna. Omnam janati mirandasya, jananjala shalakaya, chakchurum umilitanjana, tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami iti namine. Ainda viva traducir. Sorry everybody for not speak English, but it's better in Spanish.
Haribol. In South America, there's a question, ¿Cómo se llama? How do you call? This alguien, somebody who speaks three languages. What do you call somebody who speaks three languages? You say, oh, trilingüe. What do you call somebody who speaks two languages? Oh, bilingüe. What do you call somebody who speaks one language? Oh, norteamericano. So We should all be ashamed we don't speak Spanish. Yeah. Okay.
Bueno, Guru Maharaj, antes que nada, feliz Vyasa-puja.
Before starting, congratulations and happy Vyasa-puja.
Hoy he estado recordando la primera vez que lo conocí.
Today I've been remembering the first time I met you.
Yo tenía 15 años aproximadamente, o iba a cumplir 15 años.
I was about to become a 15-year-old person.
Y justamente fue en uno de sus Vyasa-pujas en Ciudad de México.
And it was actually in one of your Vyasa-pujas in Mexico City.
A mí me gustaba mucho Conciencia de Krishna, pero me daba un poco de miedo acercarme a los devotos.
I really liked Krishna consciousness, but I was afraid to be in contact with the devotees.
Así que yo empecé mi vida espiritual en Namahatas y Bhakti Vrikshas.
So I started my spiritual life in Namahatas and Bhakti Vrikshas.
Y comencé a hacer servicio en el templo justo el día en que pude verlo por primera vez.
And I started to do service in the temple just on the day that I met you for the first time.
Inmediatamente sentí esa conexión hacia usted.
Immediately I felt that connection towards you.
Y en mi corazón yo pude sentir que usted era mi Padre eterno.
And in my heart I could feel that you are my eternal father, spiritual father.
Un año después fui a vivir al templo.
After a year I went to the temple to live.
Y 2 años después pude tomar Harinam Diksha de usted.
And 2 years later I took Diksha initiation.
Ya. Después de eso, otros 2 años pude tomar segunda iniciación y adorar a la deidad, que ese era mi mayor deseo en el corazón. Siempre tuve ese deseo en el corazón.
2 years later, that day, I had the opportunity to take second initiation, and that was my desire. That was a desire that I have kept in my heart for a long time.
A pesar de que no tengo ninguna cualificación, usted siempre ha sido muy misericordioso conmigo.
Even though I don't have any qualification, you have always been merciful to me.
Y realmente no hay palabras para describir esto.
And there's no words to describe this.
Así que una vez escuché que cada servicio que uno hace es como una guirnalda de flores que nuestro Guru Maharaj ofrece a Srila Prabhupada.
One time I've heard that every service that we are capable of doing is like a garland of flowers that our Gurudevs are presenting to Srila Prabhupada.
Así que siempre llevo eso en mi mente y en mi corazón.
I always carry that thought in my mind and heart.
Así que Gurudeva, por favor, perdone todas mis ofensas.
Please, Gurudeva, forgive all my offenses.
Y permítame servirlo por siempre.
And allow me to serve you forever.
It's already 8:30. One more offering? Okay, yeah. Because we have to keep to the schedule, because we are German. Tamal Krishna Maharaj ki jai. Tamal Krishna Maharaj is family from Austria, no? Yeah, Tamal Krishna Maharaj's aunt was the first lady to be a member of the Austrian parliament. Amongst all the German states, Bavaria, Austrians are the most heavy. And so to be the first woman as a member of the Austrian parliament, she must have been a heavy lady like that and so on. You know, just have this characteristic of being on time, even though it's totally inefficient. Okay, like that. So, okay, so this is the last offering. Okay, the ultimate offering. Jaya Shri Ki Jai.
Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to you, all glories to Prabhupada. I am very fortunate to have the opportunity to write to you on the auspicious day of your appearance. I am very fortunate, first of all, you entered my life and gave me shelter under your lotus feet. You are such a personalist, the way you develop and maintain such personal relationship with everyone. You show such compassion to all living entities who just come with ignorant mode, with high material desires. By constantly preaching and giving so much of your time, guidance, and immense care. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for always being so energetic and encouraging towards morning program, and for always stressing the foremost need to chant Hare Krishna attentively with taste. Guru Maharaj, you set the example of devotion to Srila Prabhupada and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mission, and my wish is to humbly try to follow this example. I also wish to serve you and take shelter at lotus feet, birth after birth. Words cannot express the deepest gratitude I feel for being a recipient of your causeless mercy. Through your causeless mercy, your deepest compassion for this fallen soul of Kali Yuga, you lifted me with darkness of ignorance and bestowed your blessings. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, for giving me initiation on your Vyasa-puja day. This day will be remembered year after year. Guru Maharaj, on this day, please give me your blessings so that I may serve you always and be at your lotus feet. Yours eternal servant, Divya Shri Devi Dasi.
Yes, we have a small entertainment. It's 5 minutes or less, and so while they're setting up for that show, we have Sukha Sagri Mataji. While they're setting up, is going to do the last bhajan, and then as soon as we're done with this, we are going to do the Mangala Charanam, Pushpanjali, cake cutting, Prasadam.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, happy Vyasa-puja. On this special occasion, I would like to sing the Upadeshamrita for your pleasure, which I had offered to you 3 years back on a Vyasa-puja. So with your permission, Maharaj. Okay. वाचो वेगं मनसः क्रोधवेगं वेगं उदरोपस्थवेगम् एतान् वेगान्यो विषहेत धीरः सर्वामपि मां पृथिवीं सशिष्यात् अत्याहारप्रयासश्च प्रजल्पो नियमाग्रहः जनसङ्गश्च लौल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्ति विनश्यति उत्साहान् निश्चयात् धैर्यात् तत्तत्कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागात् सतो वृत्तेः षड्भिर्भक्तिः प्रसीदति ददाति प्रतिगृह्णाति गुह्यमाख्याति पृच्छति भुङ्क्ते भोजयते चैव षड्विधं प्रीतिलक्षणम् कृष्णेति यस्य गिरितं मनसाद्रियेत दीक्षास्ति चेत् प्रणतिभिश्च भजन्तमीशं शुश्रूषया भजनविघ्नम् अनन्यमन्य निन्दादिशून्यहृदम् ईप्सितसङ्गलब्ध्या निन्दादिशून्यहृदम् ईप्सितसङ्गलब्ध्या दृष्टै स्वभावजनितैः वपुषश्च दोषैः न प्राकृतत्वमिह भक्तजनस्य पश्येत् गङ्गाम्भसां न खलु बुद्बुधफेनपङ्कैः ब्रह्मद्रवत्वमपगच्छति नीरधर्मैः ब्रह्मद्रवत्वमपगच्छति नीरधर्मैः स्यात् कृष्णनामचरितादिसिताप्यविद्या पित्तोपतप्तरसनस्य न रोचिकाणु किन्त्वादरादनुदिनं खलु सैव जुष्टा स्वाद्विक्रमाद् भवति तद्गदमूलहन्त्री तन्नामरूपचरितादिसुकीर्तनानु स्मृत्यो क्रमेण रसना मनसि नियोज्य तिष्ठन् व्रजे तदनुरागी जनानुगामी कालं नयेदखिलमिति उपदेशसारम् कालं नयेदखिलमिति उपदेशसारम् वैकुण्ठाजनितो वरा मधुपुरी तत्रापि रासोत्सवाद् वृन्दारण्यमुदारपाणिरमणात् तत्रापि गोवर्धनः राधाकुण्डमिहापि गोकुलपतेः प्रेमामृताप्लावनात् कुर्यादस्य विराजतो गिरितटे सेवां विवेकी न कः कर्मेभ्यः परितो हरे प्रियतया यक्तिं ययुर्ज्ञानिनः तेभ्यो ज्ञानविमुक्तभक्तिपरमाः प्रेमैकनिष्ठास्तताः तेभ्यस्ता पशुपालपङ्कजदृशः ताभ्योऽपि साराधिका प्रेष्ठा तद्वदीयं तदीयसरसी त्वां नाश्रयेत् ककृति कृष्णस्योच्चै प्रणयवसतिः प्रेयसीभ्योऽपि राधा कुण्डं चास्य मुनिभिरभितः तादृगेव व्यधायि यत्प्रेष्ठैरप्यलम् असुलभं किं पुनर्भक्तिभाजां तत्प्रेमेदं सकृदपि सरः स्नातुराविष्करोति तत्प्रेमेदं सकृदपि सरः स्नातुराविष्करोति जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद Jaya Prabhupada.
So we're going to get ready for the Mangalachara and the Pushpanjali simultaneously. Yeah, okay, Dayanidhi Prabhu. And then after that,
we do the entire Mangalacharan and then Pushpanjali. That's when the Pushpanjali happens.
yes, but we. Yeah, so we do that first, then the young first. No, Karthik is after. The Mangalacharya is first, right?
Hare Krishna. So we're going to do Pushpanjali now. I'm going to recite those Mangalacharan prayers. So you recite after me. And then at the end of Mangalacharan prayer, after that, we will sing Maharaj Pranam prayer. At that time, you all come and offer the petals, flower petals to Maharaj and get blessings. Hare Krishna. Okay. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadate Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padano Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakhanvitanscha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दैत्याय कृपाब्धये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाद्य श्री रूपनुग भक्तिदा श्री गौर करुणा शक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी श्रीमूर्तये दिनतारिणे रूपनुगा विरुद्ध अपसिद्धांत ध्वांत हारिणे नमो गौर किशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्य मूर्तये विप्रलंब रसाम्बोधे पदाम्बोजायते नमः। नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपनुगवरायते गौर आविर्भाव भूमिस्त्वं निर्दिष्ट सज्जन प्रियः वैष्णव सार्वभौमः श्री जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरात्से नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यां नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सुरतो पंगोर मम मंदमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बोजो राधा मदन मोहनो दिव्याद वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थो श्रीमद्राधा शिला गोविंद देवो प्रेष्ठालिभि सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि। श्रीमान रासरसाम्बि वंशी बततस्थितः कर्षण वेणुस्वनैर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रियेस्तु नः। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami iti namine, Esah Pushpanjali, Esah Pushpanjali, Esah Pushpanjali, Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj iti namine, Esah Pushpanjali, Esah Pushpanjali, Esah Pushpanjali, Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami iti namine, Esah Pushpanjali, Esah Pushpanjali, Esah Pushpanjali. Jai Hare Krishna.
Samsaradava Nadalita Loka Tranaya Karunya Garananavatvam Praptasya Kayadna Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Praptasya Kayadna Gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Mahaprabhu Kir Taranitya Gita Vaditra Majan Manasura Sena Mahaprabhu Kirtanitya Gita Vaditra Majan Manasura Sena Romanchan Gambhas Rutaranga Bajo Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Romanchan Gambhas Sri Vigrahara Naranitya Nana Ringaritan Mahandir Majanado
I can make a pathway.
Yuktasya Bhaktan Chaniyanja Toptihi Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Yuktasya Bhaktan Chaniyanja Toptihi Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Chaturvida Shri Bhagavat Prasado Svarana Triptahan Hare Bhakta Sangha Chaturvida Shri Bhagavat Prasado Svarana Triptahan Hare Bhakta Sangha Tritvaiva Triptim Majadatsa Daivaha Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Sri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Radhika Mahadavayara Para Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Nam Naham Shri Radhika Mahadavayara Para Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Nam Naham Bhaktijana Swaha Dhanalolu Bhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravind Pratishana Swadhanalolu Bhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Sedai Yayala Bhayuktira Piksaniya Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Sedai Yayala Bhayuktira Piksaniya Tattatri Daksharati Valabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Tattatri Daksharati Valabhasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Chakshadaritvenaha Samasta Shastra Yuktastataha bhavyatheva zadhi Sakshadaritena samasta sastre Yuktastataha bhavyatheva zadhi Kintu bhavo yaha prayeva tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Kintu bhavo yaha Tasya Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Yasya Prasadaha Bhava Prasado Yasya Prasadana Gati Gadopi Yasya Prasadaha Bhava Prasado Yasya Prasadana Gati Gadopi Dayanstuvam Dasya Sastri Sanjam Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Dayanstuvam Dasya Sastri Sanjam Vande Guru Sri Charanaravinda Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami Iti Namine Swami Niti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta
Swami niti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaura Hari Bol.
Jayom Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivajakacaryo Ashtottara Saraswati Shrimantala A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shri Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Gaurkishora Babaji Bhakti Vinod Thakur Jagannath Das Goswami Ki Jai. Sa Goswami Ki Jai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Hari Krishna Moha Mantra Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Sri Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We also like to thank the sponsors and all of the cooks and all of the disciples that visited us and served Maharaj so nicely. And once again, thank you to Maharaj for being here and giving us his mercy in Houston. Haribol.